Have you ever wondered, who were the Spartans really, behind their ironclad shields and menacing spears? The Spartans, a group of warriors hailed for their discipline, courage, and prowess in battle, have long captured the imagination of historians and enthusiasts alike. Yet, beneath the image of the stoic warrior, there lies a society rich in culture, tradition, and mystery. Our understanding of the Spartans is often limited to their military might, but there is so much more to uncover. They were not just warriors, but also philosophers, lawmakers, and poets. They were a society that valued the collective over individual glory, a society that believed in the power of discipline, both in battle and in life. Our journey today is not just about revisiting battles fought and won, but also about understanding the fabric of Spartan society, its values and its contradictions. So, brace yourselves as we journey back in time to unravel the mystique of the Spartan society. Our story begins in the fertile valleys of Laconia, around the 10th century BC. Nestled in the heart of the Peloponnese Peninsula, Sparta's location was strategically significant. It was protected by the formidable Taygetus and Parnan mountain ranges, with the Eurotas River snaking its way through the valley, providing an abundant supply of fresh water and fertile soil for agriculture. In these early days, Sparta was not one city, but a collection of villages. However, the tranquility of this idyllic setting was soon to be disrupted by a wave of invaders from the north, known as the Dorians. This Dorian invasion, around the 11th century BC, marked a turning point in Laconia's history. The Dorians, fierce warriors and skilled horsemen, brought with them a new culture and language, fundamentally transforming the region. They introduced iron weapons, replacing the bronze that was used previously, giving them a significant advantage in warfare. In the aftermath of the invasion, the Dorians began to establish their dominance, and the seeds of what would become Sparta started to take root. The conquered locals, known as the Helots, were reduced to serfdom, working the land for their Dorian masters. It was during this period of upheaval and change that the city of Sparta began to take shape. The Dorians, in an attempt to consolidate power, merged the scattered villages into a unified political entity. This marked the birth of Sparta, a city-state that would grow to become one of the most powerful in ancient Greece. In essence, the formation of Sparta was a direct response to the challenges of the time, a survival strategy born from necessity. The city was built on the principles of discipline, obedience, and military prowess, principles that were deeply ingrained in the Spartan character. Thus, from the ashes of invasion, Sparta was born, a city destined for greatness. The Spartan society was a unique concoction of militarism, discipline, and egalitarianism. Picture a society where every aspect of life was methodically designed to serve one goal: military supremacy. Yet, it was not just about the battle prowess. The Spartans had a unique social structure that was as fascinating as it was formidable. Their education system, known as the agoge, was not for the faint-hearted. Spartan boys were taken from their homes at the tender age of 7 and thrust into a rigorous program that taught them not only the art of war, but also survival, loyalty, and self-discipline. The agoge was a crucible, a rite of passage that molded raw boys into the hardened warriors that Spartans are famed for. Then there was the syssitia, or common meals, a practice that fostered camaraderie and equality among the Spartan warriors. These were not just meals, they were a daily gathering where all Spartan men ate the same food, sat on the same benches, and shared stories and strategies. The syssitia embodied the Spartan ideal of equality and unity. There were no rich or poor at the dining tables, only Spartans. Now let's not forget the Spartan women. In a time when women were often sidelined, Spartan women enjoyed a level of independence and respect that was rare in the ancient world. They were educated, owned property, and had a voice in society. This was not due to some progressive ideology, but a pragmatic approach. Spartan women were seen as the mothers of warriors, and as such, they were given the respect and freedom they deserved. The Spartan society was indeed unique, a well-oiled machine designed for war, but it was more than just that. It was a society where discipline was the rule of life, where equality was practiced at the dining table, and where women were seen as more than just homemakers. The Spartan society was a testament to their belief that every aspect of life, be it education, dining, or gender roles, should serve the greater good of the community. The image of a Spartan warrior, clad in bronze and holding a red shield, is one that has captured our imaginations for centuries. This iconic figure is a testament to the Spartan warriors' rigorous training, strict lifestyle, and distinctive warfare techniques. From a tender age of 7, Spartan boys were taken from their homes and placed in the agoge, a state-sponsored training program. Their training was brutal, designed to mold them into the finest soldiers in all of Greece. The boys learned to endure hardship, to fight, and above all, to survive. They were taught to read, write, and sing songs of war. This was not merely an education, but a total immersion in the Spartan way of life. The Spartan warriors were not just soldiers. They were citizens who lived by a strict code of honor and discipline. They ate simple meals, trained relentlessly, and lived in communal barracks. There was no room for personal luxury or indulgence. Every aspect of their lives was regulated and directed towards one goal: to become the best warriors they could be. When it came to warfare, the Spartans were masters of the phalanx formation. This involved a wall of shields, behind which the warriors would thrust their long spears at the enemy. They demonstrated their prowess in numerous battles, but it was at the Battle of Thermopylae, where 300 Spartans stood against thousands of Persian soldiers, that their courage and skill truly shone. Despite the overwhelming odds, they fought fiercely, embodying the Spartan saying, "Either with your shield or on it." Spartan warriors were also known for their crimson cloaks and bronze helmets, designed to strike fear into the hearts of their enemies. Their shields bore the letter Lambda, standing for Lacedaemon, the name of their homeland. The Spartan warriors were the embodiment of courage and discipline, a testament to the society that forged them. They were more than just soldiers. They were the living, breathing embodiment of Sparta's ideals. Their legacy continues to inspire and captivate us, even today. But all great empires must fall, and Sparta was no exception. As we delve into the twilight years of this formidable city-state, we find a series of unfortunate events that led to the decline and eventual fall of Sparta. The first major blow was dealt at the Battle of Leuctra in the year 371 before the Common Era. This was a fight Sparta was not prepared to lose, yet lose they did, to the Thebans under the shrewd leadership of Epaminondas. This defeat shattered the invincible image of the Spartan warriors and marked a significant shift in the balance of power in ancient Greece. But the fall of Sparta was not solely due to military defeat. A more insidious and silent enemy was at play: demographic decline. Spartan society was built on an incredibly rigid structure, where only the strongest survived and were allowed to reproduce. This, combined with continuous warfare, meant that the number of true Spartiates, the full citizens of Sparta, was dwindling. By the time of the Battle of Leuctra, there were only about 1,000 left. The backbone of Sparta was slowly but surely disintegrating. This demographic crisis was exacerbated by internal strife. The rigid Spartan society was beginning to crack under its own weight. The helots, the serfs upon whose backs the Spartan economy was built, were growing increasingly restless. Rebellions were becoming more frequent and more difficult to quell. The Spartiates were fighting a war on two fronts, against their external enemies and against their own people. The fall of Sparta was not a single event, but a slow, gradual decline. A once mighty empire, brought to its knees not just by the swords and spears of its enemies, but by its own internal contradictions and failures. The city-state that once struck fear into the hearts of all who heard its name was reduced to a mere shadow of its former self. And so Sparta fell, but its legacy lived on, echoing through the corridors of history. The Spartans may be long gone, but their impact is still felt today. Their legacy echoes through the ages, reverberating in the corners of our modern world. In the realm of military tactics, the Spartan ethos of discipline, strength, and strategic prowess has influenced countless generations of soldiers and strategists. The phalanx formation, a hallmark of Spartan warfare, is studied even now in military academies around the globe. Our popular media too is rife with the Spartan influence. From blockbuster movies to best-selling novels, the tales of Spartan heroism, sacrifice, and resilience continue to captivate and inspire. And societal values, the Spartan ideals of loyalty, courage, and austerity, are virtues still held in high esteem today. But let's not forget, Sparta was not just about warriors and warfare. It was a society with its own unique culture, its own distinct way of life. So, the next time you think of the Spartans, remember, They were more than just warriors. They were a society, a culture, a way of life.